Hi guys, this is me, Maria Miliota. Welcome to my channel. Today we're going to embrace the spring cleaning spirit of the quarantine, and I want to show you all of the items that I acquired through my no-buy year that started last October. Just a short recap, I revised the rules of my no-buy year to have a strict no-buy for only certain categories where I think I'll really benefit from going cold turkey, such as perfumes, with gifts and exchanges and decants allowed. And the biggest change that I made was with clothing. I realized that I'm not really a capsule wardrobe kind of person. This is just like a nightmare scenario for me. So what I decided to do is that I'm allowed certain purchases. They have to be either better replacements of the category or the type of clothing item that I have or accessories, or they have to be truly very, very much on trend, wanted, something that I love, that is incremental to my wardrobe, and that I'm ready to wear like that very instant. So let me show what I acquired and what I exchanged for what.
The next purchase is this super fluffy, like a bunny sweater by Rachel Zoe. Oh, this sweater, it's like just being hugged by 1,000 bunny rabbits. This is a fluffy light gray sweater. I don't know if you can see it or not. Very interesting type of thread. Super soft, though synthetic, by Rachel Zoe. As soon as I found it for like 12 bucks in TJ Maxx in New York, I was in love. However, I made a tragic mistake. I put it just in a normal washer and dryer, and with other clothing, and it got pulled a lot of threads out. So I keep trying to sort of hide them and make the surface more even, but don't do that. You should wash these kind of things with very rough or kind of loosey-goosey weave. By hands, because otherwise it will ruin the sweater. It will ruin the softness of the sweater as well. So yeah, this is half ruined. I'll do my best to take care of it and kind of like hide all of the imperfections. But unfortunately, after washing it and drying it in the commercial washer and dryer, it's not nearly as soft and fluffy as it used to be. I will try to do some maybe use soft shampoo for the next wash and kind of try to really take good care of it. Maybe like the fibers will revive a little bit. But yeah, again, as you can see, I'm a big fan of kind of like protecting the neck. So love it. Like I bought it not as a replacement, that was incremental to my collection, because I really want to have a super cozy, super comfortable and kind of casual winter, and I realized that I didn't really have a lot of sweaters of that kind. So I decided, all right, I am really into this trend. I really want to wear these kind of sweaters all the time, and I only have one. So this is what basically started all that. I'm sure you know all of these sweaters. They are not the most fashion forward, but man, are they soft. So I have this kind of like wolf gray one that I absolutely love. It was actually my home wear when I was traveling long term. So like I would always wear it as soon as I would come to my like hotel room or Airbnb, and I would change. I would have some cozy velvety pants, or like just jogger pants, and this sweater, and that's just, oh, this is so comfortable. So I decided to get a few of this kind to complete my winter wardrobe. So this is one of them, Rachel Zoe. I got it in TK Maxx for roughly 12 bucks. This one, which I absolutely love for its color, right? You see it, you get it? So the way to make these sweaters a little bit less slumpy and a little bit less casual, add a little bit of edge to them, is obviously some long, interesting pendant and the usual French tuck, right? So the more asymmetric, the better. So for example, you really tuck it tight here and completely let loose otherwise. And maybe if you have an interesting belt, that could also peek through. So any kind of like tucks that add symmetry to it, to add kind of volume to it, will make it look better. You can also try to wear it with a high-waisted jeans as well and see how that works out. So yeah, very happy, wear them all the time, basically, again, rotating them in and out. And that's what I found to be the most beneficial for my type of aesthetic needs for diversity. yes, there are certain pieces that I'm willing to wear all over and over and over again, but very few of them will survive beyond one season. I just kind of get tired of certain pieces, and the next year I don't want to wear them at all. So I'm trying to figure out how to work with that need for newness and diversity without really succumbing to, hyper consumerism. So this is kind of like my way of doing it. I buy things even in thrift stores. I try to define a very clear trend that I'm obsessing about, being a fur coat, being like super chunky, super soft, cozy sweaters, and I try to do it as cheaply as possible. Second-hand clothing, or some ultra sales. Like this was, I think, $10 in TJ Maxx. So yeah, and that's what allows me to always have something fresh for the new season, but not break the bank, and also not to have just hordes, like legions of clothing that I don't know what to do with. So I kind of try to find the most sharpest, the most inspiring few types of outfits or trends, and allow myself few options within each, and that's it. Just stop there, and the next year I try to redefine what it is for me. It doesn't have to be purely inspired by the top-notch, the newest fashions. Sometimes it's something very subjective, like this. I guess who doesn't love the cozy sweater? But this was, for some reason, my winter. I just lived in them this winter. All right, and I don't know if you noticed, are these jeans? Yeah, I think they're probably, since they do have a zipper, so I would say they're skinny jeans, which has faux leather front and kind of stretchy black jeans back. The most beautiful thing about them, for me, is that they fit me like a glove, and I always love a leathery accent. Absolutely love that. It's just, again, you put on the ugliest sweater that you have in your house, but you put a leather jean and you look top notch, or like a wax jean. It just instantly adds edge to any outfit. So yeah, I got that in Goodwill for, I think, $12. Yeah, and they were just almost like new. I think there was like a little bit of a scratch on the faux leather front, but I could get it within the first week of wear anyway. I'm not like super neat when I wear clothing. So yeah, I'm so happy. This is like such a staple, and again, they add style to absolutely any top that I wear. Love it. This is something that I have a super hard time letting go. It's every time I see a well-crafted silk blouse, it's just, I always have the hardest time not buying it. So this was trying to think, it's one of the thrift stores. It was not Goodwill, but I think it was one of the thrift stores find. And I bought this silk blouse by Banana Republic, which is pure silk, with, if you can see, this kind of like rounded little accents in the front. And then how can I show you? Yep, in the front and here. So black silk, pretty very morbid combination, unless you wear it with a fur vest or a leather jacket, or even under a sweater. And then these little beautiful shell like lapels, I don't know how to call them, they show themselves on top of like a general crew neck sweater, and it looks very, very preppy, very cute. And again, I'm a sucker for natural materials, so when I saw that, I think I bought it for like $6. I just couldn't resist. And to just make it worth, as we were talking about my replacement strategy, I decided to let go of a few other items that just couldn't quite find a fit for them in my wardrobe. And that is these tunic by Tahari, also silk. I absolutely love the pattern of it, the color of the fabric, but for the love of God, it has such an odd, it's hard to tell right now, but it has such an odd shape of this front, and it almost reveals too much but it's not sexy at the same time, so it's not work appropriate, but it's not, I just don't like how this baby towel design really shapes my body, even though I absolutely love the fabric. That was also a thrift store find, so I didn't really spend too much time on it, but considering this a great quality of the material, and this is a really good designer, and this is good pattern, I hope that somebody, when I donate it, somebody will take it home. And I decided to let go of this blouse. I absolutely love thin jersey blouses like this. Unfortunately, it's a little bit too small for me now, so I have to let it go, even though it would be ideal for monochromatic looks, but alas, I grew out of it. This is Benetton. So these two are going, and the white one black silk blouse is coming. I don't know if it's worth reiterating, but I love the color yellow, especially within the last, I would say 3 years. I started a bit obsessing about it, finding the right shades of yellow that would complement my skin tone and my style. So when I saw this, again, this is I think wool with elastan with a little bit of cotton, another thrift store find. I think this is who is this? Just either Gap or Loft, like one of those sort of middle market clothing brands. A very cozy, very simple sweater, but what I like about it, 2 different types of knit, and obviously these highlighter yellow sleeves. At the time when I couldn't really find a true neon accents for the yellows that I was looking for, I had this sweater which I decided to let go of. It's fine, I just don't like its shape. I don't like how it frames my collarbones. It's kind of like a green yellow rather than yellow, and it's definitely not neon. So to me, it's just slightly boring sweater. I tried to make it look a little bit more posh and find ways to dress it up, to add a little bit more style to it, but to be honest, even this simple combination looks, to me, a little bit more youthful and vibrant and fun than this. So I'm letting go of this sweater and I'm keeping this one. Luckily, I only got it for, I want to say like $7 maybe. Yeah, it was a thrift store find. And again, I never buy anything from anywhere if I don't like the fabric. So this is a much better fabric too. It feels cozier. All right, this I had a lot of internal struggles with. This sweater by Free People that I think I got it in TJ Maxx, I think so, and it was on sale, but it was not the cheapest. I think it was like $35, maybe closer to $40. But I already showed you a yellow sweater, right? At least a sweater with yellow accents. So theoretically, that kind of closes that stylistic gap because I wanted something bright yellow. I got it. I don't need 2. But the more I looked at it, I absolutely love how chunky. Can you see it? It's super chunky. I absolutely love when it just stands like this. And it's such a vibrant chicken yellow. I love it so much. So I decided, fuck it. It's incremental to my wardrobe. Every time I wear it, I feel on top of the world. I feel creative, bright, and happy. So yeah, this is probably one of the brightest pieces that I'm going to show you today, because yeah, it just makes me very happy, and I'm absolutely happy I actually ended up doing this purchase. So this will fall into the category very incremental. Love it. I'm gonna wear it right now and wear it all the time. A small break for the accessories. I decided to let go of this teeny tiny backpack. I really love it, and again, you can wear the most boring pair of, like, I don't know, gray/black jeans and a hoodie, like just something even like that doesn't really even attract any attention, but you put a fringe on it, right? You throw that over and maybe some funky earrings, and immediately it already has a bit of that grunge street kind of graffiti edge to it. So it's really fun. It was a gift from my friend. I wore it to death, but at this point it's peeling, and it also unfortunately doesn't really fit any of my laptops. So every time when I wear it, when I wear a backpack, I want everything that I usually carry with me to fit in there, and rarely I can have my work with me when I wear it. So I will be letting it go. I have plenty of black purses and backpacks, so I do have decent replacements for it, but such good memories. Love it, but I have to let it go. And the other purse that I decided to let go, it's oldie but a goodie. I really like the metal accents, but again, at this point, I wore it to death. It's starting to peel. The handles are kind of like really loose at this point. It was a very decent purse. It was like a working one that I would wear with in winter, you know, with similar kind of like dark plummy outfits and like chunky big scarves. That served its purpose, but at this point, I'm done with it, and it's really doesn't. There's a lot of like little tears that give away that it's a cheap purse, and it's been with me for a number of years. This one is hard to let go, I'll be honest. This is basically like a jean bag. I bought it in Target, but what I really loved is these accents. I think it was not even on sale. I think I paid like full price of like $25 for it. It's that used to be trendy about like 2 years ago, these kind of like fluffy materials. And to be honest, it's one of my favorite things for short weekend trips, because if you're taking a bus trip or anywhere, you can actually use it as as a pillow. It fits a fair amount of clothing or whatever you need. It's basically perfect for a weekend trip, and it's very stylish. I did wear it in London a lot. And I like sort of the contrast of black and white and the red. So everything is perfect with it, one would say. So why am I giving it away? The main problem is this strap. So somehow this particular part constantly detaches itself. So I can't really put anything heavy in it, because it almost immediately I lose the handle. So I could potentially fix it, but I don't know how. Maybe I could have gotten, honestly, I just don't know how exactly I can resolve this issue, but I don't want it to be decorative. I actually want it to serve a purpose and like stuff it with things and carry with me. So at this point, I think I'm gonna give it away, and maybe somebody who is more skilled than me will be able to change the strap or like fix it so it doesn't constantly fall apart. A few mittens and like an old hat. Basically, I don't even know why I still have them. Ever since I moved to southern states, I always would forget to like find better winter items, because I almost never ever use them, only when I travel. So I ended up owning these for probably 7 years, even though I never liked them both. So I decided to get rid of them, so that next winter season I will be forced to find super cute winter hat and super cute mittens. So I'm very excited. So now my wardrobe is open for very, very cute winter accessories, and the next winter I'll probably show you something really cool. The last duo is both pieces are Ann Taylor that I got on their final sale. I think each of them was about $25/$30. So these are skinny high-rise kind of like skinny jeans made of dark kind of blurple. This is not purple, not blue, blurple velvet, and a viscose stretchy, again, the type of turtleneck that I absolutely love. To me, there's very few winter items that are more stylish and elegant than turtlenecks. It really depends how it sits on you. So this is exactly how I like turtlenecks to sit, that they are kind of caress your body, but they are not too tight. Like a lot of thinner jersey material just kind of like cuts you, and it just shows every single little roll, like every single strap, every single thing, every surface bump basically on your body. I don't like that. This is almost TMI, too much information that people need to know. However, I have other turtlenecks, for example, the one I decided to let go of, like this one, which is again stretchy cotton, seemingly the same thing, but this is the example of a turtleneck that just almost has absolutely no value. Adds no value to my wardrobe, rather than, you know, covering your body with something warmer than nothing. So here we kind of have like a tube-like design that just like caresses your body, but it doesn't, but it still maintains a bit of a sort of smooth flexibility. You can see you don't see any unnecessary bumps or anything. So it's thick enough that it maintains a smooth surface, but it kind of glides over your body. This is the opposite of that. It's much thinner material. It's kind of flat. It gives body no shape, as you can see. So if you were hoping to kind of like showcase your figure or your waist, that's not going to happen with usual normal turtlenecks like this. Absolutely straight sleeve that again does absolutely nothing for the arms, and it's just generally doesn't do anything. So I decided to let go of this dark navy turtleneck and replace it with the one by Ann Taylor. And I don't know if you can see it, it has a very interesting thread. It's dark blue purple, again blue that goes toward purple, but it has these teeny tiny pearlescent little threads that give it a little bit of a glimmer. I don't know if camera can show it or not, but it looks, to me, it looks very elegant. And again, I'm a big fan of the old school Acris advertisements and what they did with monochromatic looks. I'm all for monochromatic looks. It's the trend that's been with me for almost 3 years, and I just can't let go of it. I love it so much. So this is the definition of monochromatic look, basically, and I love it. I absolutely love it. Sometimes I wear a brooch, sometimes I wear nothing, sometimes I put like a big earrings that kind of like attract the attention, add a little bit of shine and texture. So like there's so many ways to make this simpler or more festive. So this is one of my absolute most favorite looks of last winter. I know it's very simple, but this is what I love. Now imagine all of that with a fur coat, you know, like there's just endless fun. All I need to add basically to this is like a crossbody purse and we're good to go, right? So yeah, this is basically my go-to look in the last winter, and all of these things I knew. I'm very excited that I have them, and to be honest, I have no regrets that I decided to relax a little bit the rules of my no-buy to allow this to happen. I find that it kind of depends why we do the no-buy, and maybe it's worth for us to do like a separate video about that. If you have any questions or thoughts on the matter, just leave them in the comments below, and we will talk about it more in depth. But this is just basically, long story short, it was worth it for me. I know why I adjusted those rules. It is still a very interesting and a lot of learning experience that I'm having with a very active anti-consumption project that I'm on. However, that does not alleviate the fact that I love to dress up. I love to know what I'm wearing, how it all fits together. It gives me, it's a very brain kind of thing actually. It gives me a lot of aesthetic satisfaction, all of these textures, colors, shapes. So yeah, I would encourage you to use this time that we have to ourselves at home to do a very thorough try on spring cleaning, maybe compose a few new outfits, throw things together, make a picture of yourself in the mirror, see how they look like, kind of like do a huge inventory. I think there's no better time for it than now. I'm embracing this kind of stay home, seek shelter policies by doing this. I'm cleaning everything, I'm rearranging everything, I'm trying everything. I'm kind of making some inventories. I'm telling you about my no-buy replacement strategy and things like that. It's actually a hugely satisfying time. I think it's even much more satisfying than any of New Year resolutions that I could have made. Anyway, so this is it. This is it with my fashion, perfume and makeup no-buy and what I actually got during the no-buy project time. There is a half more year to go. A little bit more than that, I think 7 months to go, and I'm very excited for what's to come. Thank you so much for watching. If you like what you see, please subscribe, leave a comment, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye, stay safe.